Today on the Halloween 365 podcast, we're talking puckwudgies, thunderbirds, and a creature they only describe as the Moist Maker.
It's coming. Leave me alone. He doesn't believe us. Don't you know what happens on Halloween? Yeah, we get candy.
Reunited and it feels so good. We're all back, all three of us. Welcome back to the Halloween 365 podcast.
That is correct. It is all three of us, and it's the only time that you're going to get horror 24/7 in Halloween 365. It has been a long November.
You can say that again, man. It's been something.
I don't know necessarily long, but it's just been...
It's been weird. It's been a very bizarre month. October went by too fast.
Oh.
November just kind of, I don't even know. Like, I don't know where to start. It just kind of existed.
They both sucked.
They both were not great. They were not great by any stretch of the imagination. So
we can't say that every single time that we do Halloween.
I know, right?
I think it's just us getting older.
I think so.
Getting
I think
older.
that's what it
and
is.
For all of you out there that are listening that are new to the podcast, I am Justin. The man before me was Chad, and we are also here with Jeremy. We are your hosts of the only year-round Halloween podcast. And we've got an episode today, a good one, I feel like. I'm excited for this one.
I'm curious, too. You said that there's a lot of... my hands are not involved in this episode very much, so... I'm going in blindfold. I'm taking a back seat here, and I'm just enjoying the ride.
So what had happened with the episode is we were trying to fish around with some ideas. Jeremy had threw out the Thunderbird because this is our post-Thanksgiving Day episode. So we wanted to do something along the lines of that. We also wanted to do the Moist Maker because last year we talked about it. I ate it, but I didn't do a video of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to remedy that this episode. But when Jeremy mentioned the Thunderbird, it made me want to start digging a little bit further into the cryptids that the native tribe that helped us celebrate the first Thanksgiving, or however you know the story, what cryptids that they were afraid of. And that's the basis for this episode, along with a cryptid that is something that is here at home in your kitchens that you could make if you've got the leftovers.
I've got mine right here, ready to go, ready to eat in the studio. We're going to be eating and pigging down on the Moist Makers. Look at that. Look at his, man. Like, he got the stuffing. I ran out of stuffing, so I didn't get to do that.
Yeah, the Moist Maker from Friends, if anybody out there is not savvy to Friends, his looked so much better, but the essential plan of the Moist Maker in the show is that you get the last bit of leftovers and you soak the middle piece of bread. There's 3 pieces of bread. You soak the middle piece of bread in gravy and have your turkey, your stuffing, your lettuce, and cranberry sauce if you like it.
It's the whole nine. It's the whole nine, man.
One of my favorite episodes because he gets put on anxiety medication or antidepressants or something like that because he almost fights his boss for eating his Moist Maker at work. So yeah. So
I'm excited. It's a little cold because I kind of prepped mine waiting for someone to get into the studio today because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, mine's real cold. I've been waiting for a while.
So I was going to rewarm it, but it's too late. We've gone too far. I'm not even going to buy. I'm just going to eat this son of a bitch cold.
You know what? That's the good thing about all the ingredients on that thing. I don't know about you guys, but I think all those ingredients are good cold too. I like cold turkey. I like cold stuffing.
I don't know. I don't know about that. We're gonna find out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out for sure. So, in the spirit of us still being the Halloween podcast and it being Thanksgiving, we're gonna do something semi-spooky with there being 340 days left until Halloween.
Counting it down, baby. Ring it in.
340. So, yeah, today, instead of just going over facts of the Puckwudgie and the Thunderbird, I'm going to do a competition, and we are going to crown Halloween 365's first Keeper of the Cryptids.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, nice.
It comes with the title.
It comes with the title. So how can I use this title? Can I put it on business cards? Can I
if you would like, you can
instead of organ donor on a driver's license, I can
Keeper
put Keeper
of the Cryptids. Yes, MD.
They're gonna think that I'm in a gang.
We'll pass this title around. Well, whoever is the champion and holds the title next time we do this, and how many ever episodes it takes to do it again, we will have me go against whoever wins. And,
okay, I like that.
Have a little title that we're going to pass around here, and hey, maybe we can even have a guest compete in the
that could be
competition
cool. That could be
too.
fun.
So
yeah.
this little contest that I've come up with requires no real knowledge of cryptids, so it's pretty fair, and it's kind of easy. So, but
fuck it. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens.
In the meantime, though, don't think that we forgot anything else that we normally do. Chad, I think that it might be time for.
I think so. I can hear footsteps. Do I hear footsteps?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I'm rusty.
Ooh. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for your favorite segment of Is It Real or Is It Fake? And it came from Reddit. So today, boys, I just want to start off by asking a big question. How was your Thanksgiving? How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Was it nice? Did you get what you need? Some food?
I mean, in comparison to past Thanksgivings, this one was relatively normal.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. Relatively normal.
Which is good.
Jeremy, you're muted over there. You're muted. I can't hear anything you're saying.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I said, yeah, same.
Same. Okay, yeah, I would say it's the same for me, too. I didn't really do anything special.
With a lot of family gathering, there's a lot of potential for shit to go wrong, arguments or shit being brought up.
Yeah,
and for once, at least while I was there, me and Jeremy had a normal Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because, Jeremy, I know this past... You didn't see anything or hear anything creepy going on in your house, did you? Because I know we had talked in private a little bit about you hearing things going on inside of your house at one point there. Is that correct?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Something weird's going on?
Yeah. There was something strange going on there, I believe. Or maybe I'm crazy and I hallucinated all of this.
Well, I've been busy, so I might have missed out on this.
That's probably true, yeah. I think we had spoken a little bit about... I can't remember exactly what it was. But anyway, today's story I kind of handpicked for you, Germ, because it comes from Redditor D-Aon. That is capital D, Aon. No. I'm not going to question some of these. D-Aon? D-Aon? I don't know. Well, anyway, D-Aon writes... When I was a child, I lived in an old Victorian house. I would always hear laughter when I was trying to fall asleep. I was an only child with a single mother, and when I was about 5 or 6, I'd wake up in the middle of the night hearing this said laughter in the middle of the hallway. After mentioning this to my mum, M-U-M, so we know this individual's from London, or England, I should say, she swore it was probably just the telly being left on late at night.
Definitely.
One night, I awoke hearing the laughter inside of my room. I sit up in a flash, and it felt like someone was holding my shoulders down, invisible hands gripping and tearing into my shoulders, and it was just pure laughter. I screamed my little heart out, and my mom ran into the room, flicking on the bedside lamp and convincing me that it was all just a bad dream until I said, "But, Mom, my shoulders hurt." That's a horrible accent. I should not do that again. Please never let me do that again.
I thought it was supposed to be scary.
She lifted up my shirt, and there were 2 adult-sized handprints on my shoulders. I honestly thought that I had imagined it all myself, and that it never happened. But the other day, I mentioned it in passing to my mother, and she went blank white. I don't want to remember that, she said. That brings our story to an end. Now,
Sounds to me like it's old Master Kane from Scary Movie 2. You gave me crap.
Oh no! Oh no! So it's funny. Last night I had a sleep paralysis episode, and my wife had to wake me up. So that's another reason I picked this, is because apparently I was frantically jolting my head from side to side and mumbling something. I don't know what kind of incantation it was, but
did you see those church pastors singing that song that I sent you when it was talking about the sleep paralysis demons? And he goes,
Mama saying bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the demons that you were visited?
That's basically what it was. They're just sitting in the corner, just staring at me, going, "Oh, it'll go." Yeah, so that happened to me last night. So I can kind of relate to this. I didn't get any handprints that I'm aware of. But yeah, man, this type of stuff, I don't like that type of stuff.
No, not at all. Like, especially like what I was telling you, how I've seen recently, and this is what you were unaware of.
Okay.
I've seen twice now a shadow figure in this place, and I'm like,
oh, you've told me this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the
okay.
first
So
time
he's aware.
Tried to ignore it. The second time, now I'm like, what's up? Something's going on.
What's up, shadow figure? What you doing over there, baby?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Ain't right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh God, is that what's going on over there? So let me ask you this: either one of you can chime in. What do you think the level of legitimacy is behind this individual story?
For me, I'm just going to slide in and then let Jeremy take it. For me, it's kind of hard to judge whenever you're doing the handprint thing, because it's like having a random bruise pop up on you. You know what I mean? And you don't know how you did it. You don't remember falling. You don't remember bumping into anything. So, like, the handprint, I mean, I'm not saying discredit it.
Of course.
Unless I'm getting scratched while I'm standing in front of somebody, like happens on the paranormal shows.
Yeah.
Air quotes. So, like, happens with them. Unless that's happening, I'm going to think of it like I would think of an orb. And if you know the podcast, you know that I don't like orbs. Too many fucking bugs. Too much shit's flying. And there's a lot of stuff that you could do in your sleep. You could literally have a thing where you just start squeezing your fucking self in your sleep for no weird reason.
Yeah, I've woken up with like fingernail imprints in my hand here because I guess I was like gripping my fist really tight in my sleep before. Yeah. So.
Or like Teddy on Bob's Burgers, he was biting himself in his sleep.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's
yeah. So Jeremy, I think it's plausible, but how can you say with just handprints?
Like I said, I won't discredit it just because the stuff I've kind of seen in my lifetime, and I've heard things too. I've heard things before, so I won't discredit it. To me, anytime that somebody's like, "Oh, look at this marking on," it's kind of like what he said. You know, it's I don't know. I don't know. And if this was really a Victorian house he lived in, then I'll go ahead and say, okay, maybe you're telling the truth. Because things like that, they're ancient, man. There's ancient beings that could still linger around there, and it could be good or bad. So,
now, like I said, I've woken up with like mysterious like scratches on me, things like that, but not once during that time.
And you have
frame,
cats.
I have cats. I've got cats. But not one time have I ever woken up and be like, "Oh God, there's a demon inside me." You know, it's like that thought never ran across my mind.
It would literally, like I said, have to be for me. You guys remember the old, like whenever we were probably 15, 16, around that time, And Travel Channel would they didn't have any specials that they played for Halloween, but they would play like Most Haunted Places in America. They had that documentary on the Sally house from like the early 90s that they played, where it showed the dude standing there in the kitchen. He looked like he was just being scratched. It would have to be that kind of scratching for me to be like,
that's
holy
like,
shit.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I could agree with that.
But he said these are handprints.
Yeah.
See,
Bruises.
that's two.
So that's-
two adult-sized handprints just right on his shoulders. Now, that's a little weird. That's a little
It
weird.
is, but Jeremy made this case on a Reddit story that I did whenever you were out, Chad, and this falls in the same category. What if it is not a ghost? What if this is The Haunting in America?
Like a Bell Witch type thing.
Bell Witch, like the movie where it's the dad, and she creates a ghost.
Single mom. Single mom.
Single moms have boyfriends.
Mom ran into the room, flicked on the light switch. She had no idea what was going on.
Listen, mums go out. They have guys come back from ropers.
Nice cup of tea.
Yeah. Somebody has to come in and butter their crumpet.
So I do have to ask English people one thing. Why do you guys still eat like fucking Germans are flying overhead over there? Fingers, beans, and mash. I need to know.
Beans on your toast.
What's going on? I love you guys. I love your culture, but the whole food thing is not for me. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no.
Here I am about to eat my fat ass in voice maker. I'm talking shit. I'm kidding. I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
But so to answer your question though, to answer my own question, I don't think that there's a whole lot of legitimacy to this story. I think that this is just a bad case of sleep paralysis.
I mean, the handprints are one thing, but I don't know.
So, you thinking Papa Victoria or came in there?
It was.
I don't want to. I don't know.
Old Master Kane, because there was
Master
Big Daddy
Kane.
Kane and
the fucking paintings.
It was a Wednesday, and her underwear said Tuesday on it, and
oh my
Oh, I
god!
thought it said Saturday.
oh, something like
So,
that.
yeah, this is a further day out.
It was like really far out there. Yeah. So I don't know.
I'll give him a credit on this one. That's my answer. Okay, dude. You might be.
It's more plausible than some of the other Reddit posts that we've read.
Oh yeah. Good Lord, yeah. Like I will say that by far.
But there's not that much to it. Also, the other stuff is kind of grand claims, like the ghost janitors that were smoking in the.
Yeah, we're never gonna. I don't know what happened there. I kind of want to go to that school and investigate for myself and see, see what's
send
going
Zach
on.
Bagans to that motherfucker.
Yeah, he'll come out.
Let's do it. Let's make a burner account and send him a recommendation about it being haunted in that school, and tell him that it's a ghost named Queen Jelly Roll. So he'll do his travel. He'll be Queen Jelly Roll. Can you talk to us?
I think she's saying something.
Oh,
yes.
Well, so yeah, official decree. I guess it's plausible. I guess we all said, it could happen.
Yeah.
It came from Reddit.
Ooh.
I don't know about you, but I'm about to take my first bite because this sandwich is getting cold and colder and colder. What do you say? Are we going in? Yeah,
let me.
Oh.
Hang on, before we do it, don't do it yet.
Okay, we're
give
going
me a
at the
little,
same time.
give us a little bit of instrumental here.
Why do we need this? What does this have to do with anything?
We can't just have dead air, baby. We don't need dead air.
What?
Here we are.
Okay, I guess Hall and Oates has joined the chat.
That's right. No, this is just the instrumental. There's no Hall or Oates in this.
This is just
Okay, so you ready? First bite of the maker.
I'm sorry, Jerm.
Not to the people watching and listening, I didn't have all the ingredients, so.
It's so cold.
It's real cold.
It's so goddamn cold.
Is it still good cold though? Like I told y'all.
Mine's good. I got on that wheat bread, man.
To anybody listening, I don't care what you say. Any Thanksgiving food can be good cold. I could wake my ass up at fucking 2 in the morning and go in there and just grab it all cold.
Listen,
There's something wrong with you, boy. That's all I'm saying.
mission
Well, turkey's
accomplished.
already, you eat it cold on sandwiches anyway. Like a turkey club.
Speak for yourself.
Mission accomplished. We finally have ate the moist maker on air. I have to say, we were on. Ross was on to something whenever he came up with this.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Friends at all, but that does look like a good sandwich.
You would know if you would just participate. I love you, man.
There's always next year.
That's a whole 364 days away, man.
Well,
Wow.
you could do stovetop stuffing and get gravy and all that. You could do a homemade one.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah,
a.
that's actually really good. I'm not
It's
even
really
gonna lie.
good. It's a good combo.
I guess it's all technically homemade, even this one. I don't know why I said homemade.
So, while this eating of the moist maker, enjoying of the moist maker, because it is the Thanksgiving cryptid, while this is going on, I wanted to talk about our main topic for the day.
Oh, I'm just gonna finish this son of a bitch. I don't care. It's so good. It's so good.
Sorry to the audience, but you're gonna get some chewing.
Some ASMR.
You like ASMR, then you came to the right place for today.
Yeah, I mean, some people pay for this. Not me, but somebody. So, I was, as I said, trying to think of an episode with the fellas here, and started thinking about the cryptids that the Native American tribe that celebrated Thanksgiving first with us, what cryptids they were afraid of. And with that happening, I dug deeper and deeper and deeper and started uncovering more stuff that I found extremely interesting. And that has spawned our little game show that we are going to do today, which is crowning the Keeper of the Cryptids.
Boys, I'm getting the meat sweats.
And the two cryptids that we're going to be talking about today are the Puckwudgie and the Thunderbird.
Very interesting about this Thunderbird. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you
No,
finish.
go ahead.
I'm just saying I'm very interested. We've mentioned the Thunderbird in passing, but we've never actually dove into it, which is kind of weird because I thought we should have.
I'm opposite because I've heard about the Thunderbird plenty of times, but I don't know what the hell a Puckwudgie is.
So, well, today's going to be very informative for the both of you. I was not interested at all because both of them sounded like myths to me. Because there are some cryptids that I think are cryptids, and then there are some cryptids that I think are just myths. And that's just kind of the facts in my head. Not saying it's the facts, you know. Facts are facts. Yeah. What can you say? So I was digging on these cryptids and several other ones that they believed in. Speaking of which, let me give a little bit of background story. The tribe that first celebrated Thanksgiving with the colonists was the Wampanoag. Let's try to say it the best I can. Wampanoag tribe. They were in New England, most likely the Rhode Island area. That's where most of them were at whenever the colonists were around. And they celebrated the first Thanksgiving. So Massachusetts, New England, Rhode Island, you know, that general area. And this tribe is actually the tribe that introduced the world to the Puckwudgie.
Oh, okay.
Which I found quite interesting because, honestly, the Puckwudgie has been used in Harry Potter to give you an extent of the people that are actually know the tale of the Puckwudgie or the fact that it's a cryptid.
So where at in Harry Potter was this located? Was this in
Yeah.
Fantastic Beast?
Yeah, Fantastic
Oh, okay,
Beasts.
that makes sense. I've never seen those.
Because it's an American thing, so well, not American.
Well,
Native,
yeah,
North
native.
American.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my link. Oh yeah, sorry. So, yeah, the Pukwudgie. Since Jeremy has not heard of it, Native Americans believe that the Pukwudgies were best left alone. Whenever you see one, you're not supposed to mess with them. If you do, they will do the following. They will repay you by playing nasty tricks on you or by following you and causing trouble. Examples of that are kidnapping people, pushing them off of cliffs, attacking their victims with small handmade knives and spears, and they use sand to blind their victims. Yes, pocket sand.
Pocket sand, yeah, baby.
No, but they're supposed to be small humanoid creatures with porcupines on their back. But they're smart. They're sentient. They can use bows and tools, and they have actually a list of powers, as you would expect an actual cryptid too. Not like powers. I guess I shouldn't make it sound like a supervillain, but they can appear and disappear at will. They can transform into a walking porcupine, which is their normal form that everybody pictures them, which is half troll, half porcupine. They can attack people and lure them to their deaths. They are able to use magic to an extent. They have poison arrows, and they can make fire at will.
No.
So they make fire in their hands.
Yes, they make fire in their hands.
This is some next level shit. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the cryptid that no other cryptid can do, I'd say, other than the Jersey Devil, where we don't even know the full extent of what that individual's capabilities are, so.
Right, yeah, which all of it could just be rumor, but this is what the native tribe, the Wampanoag, had listed as things and reasons to not mess with the Pukwudgies. And so the other cryptid, which I'll give you a little bit of information on that, is the Thunderbird. And if you know anything about natives at all, or if you just know about cryptids in general, you've heard the Thunderbird. It's not just this tribe that believes in it. To my knowledge, it's most Native American tribes. There's even Canadian Native American tribes that are report seeing Thunderbirds back in the day and have their tales and stories and things of that nature. So,
if I'm not bad, I'm mistaken, a lot of totem poles are actually...
Yeah.
They've got them on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, native tribes all across North America basically believe in the Thunderbird, especially along the Pacific coast, which is where we... in the Great Lakes area, which is where we're kind of centralizing ourselves for this tribe that celebrated the first Thanksgiving with us. And there have been stories about the Thunderbird depicting enormous birds of prey. They're not like eating bugs or anything like that. Some stories told that these birds were so large and powerful that when they flapped their wings that thunder was created and lightning flashed out of their eyes and water fell off their backs, creating rain, which most of the tribes in Native American lore believe that that's where they would blame the Thunderbird for big storms and natural disasters and things that have to do with storms.
It's badass.
So Thunderbirds would explain... Yeah, that's who they would blame whenever shit went wrong with the weather, is the Thunderbird. And as I said, I have heard of both, but I did not put any faith in them being real, because we know that rain comes out of a cloud, and lightning comes out of a cloud, and a troll porcupine man with bows and arrows just living in the woods in Pennsylvania doesn't sound plausible to me.
Danny DeVito, have you looked at the man?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he stayed up in
You
Pennsylvania.
gotta pay the toll, you know?
You gotta pay the toll to get into this boy's hole. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. You look perplexed. He has a very perplexed look on his face.
I'm just curious about the suggestions of some of these, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, let's move on to the game.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I hope you got music queued up for this son of a bitch.
I don't. This is the only thing I have. I didn't have any music.
All right,
Yeah.
Jimmy, cue us up some music. I don't know any game show music. I don't.
gonna say-
I don't have
Sonic came to my head.
I don't. Well, it's too late now. We've already committed to this. Give the people what they want.
So, the game show is going to go like this. We have... Oh, sorry. We have 4 questions. Doesn't sound like a lot, but they're going to come with information and details on these cryptids. So, what we're going to do is there are going to be 4 questions, and you're going to have 2 answers to choose from. You're going to lock in your answers, and then we're going to reveal the answer at the end, the correct answer, and then the proof behind why that is the answer. And the person with the most points at the end is going to be the Keeper of Cryptids.
Okay.
Okay. So, starting us out. These questions are going to be based on sightings, because, as I said, I was astonished to find out that there are sightings that are still going on with the Thunderbird and the Pukwudgie, even today. So, these are going to be sighting headlines, like what you would see on a newspaper or an article, and it could be either, because some of these headlines could date all the way back to like the 1800s. Some of them could be 2018.
Okay.
So we'll see which one of you thinks what headline is real for each question.
Okay. Let's hit it.
Okay.
I'm excited. I love a good game show. Are you ready to go down, Jeremy?
Oh no, it's you were fairly mistaken.
Jerem, while I'm pulling up articles, what is it that you know information-wise about the Thunderbird off the top of your head? I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
I didn't really know it much as a cryptid. I know that there's one or maybe multiple Native American tribes I've heard that they believe that the Thunderbird is what, like flapping its wings, is what made the water disappear from Earth and revealed the land to make it inhabitable.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so just that kind of lore about it. So yeah, pretty much wings that big. It's uncovering
What description?
underwater land. It's a big old bird, man.
It's a big old bird.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Daggone big old bird, man.
well, old Hank, big old bird.
A big old flappy, went over top, flap.
Yeah, no, like it was just the description that I got when I was told about it wasn't more or less of it wasn't much of a description as much as it was saying they looked at it in a good lighting, like not scary or nothing like that, but it was like, oh, it helped the Earth
Fuck
become
that.
here. Yeah, I know.
You
I
see
was
that
like,
son
what?
of a bitch?
I'm terrified of pterodactyls.
I was gonna ask, aren't you terrified of birds? Because I don't want to expose any secrets here on the podcast, but I could have swore that when we were growing up, you were terrified of chickens. Is that correct?
Yeah, I still don't like getting around them. I don't, man. I'll kick one. I like, and I don't like being abusive to
An ostrich.
animals. People, I'm a very ostrich. That's a big one. That's a big
That's
no-no.
his
You can't
worst
get
fear,
me
dude. I
around
want to
this.
get you around some
Worst
ostriches.
living fear. No, wait. I think that the worst living fear is one of those shoebill cranes, Jeremy. Is that your...
Oh my
Son
god!
of a bitch.
Like a
Dude.
yeah, no.
That's his sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
They look like a Dutch person clacking their heels.
Like the small, like everyday birds, like ravens, robins, crows, things like that. Not really afraid of them. I wouldn't necessarily want one landing on my shoulder, but when it comes to the ones that are walking on the land, son, that are just strutting their stuff like this is my joint. Chickens, ostriches, shoebill crane. No,
The shoebill crane, man. That's the Thunderbird mystery solved right there.
And I mean, hey, that's a big possibility. I don't know where they're native to, but I
I
feel
have
like
no
that's
idea.
I think either South America or Africa.
Yeah, I was
like
going to say, I think they're like
think
somewhere
that's
like
possible.
out of the North America region.
Okay, well then maybe not. Maybe I've got a little bit of possible explanations for today, which is going to be ironic. So, okay, let's begin the game here. Question number 1. Which of these real sightings are stories? Now, there's one that is not real.
Well, wait a minute. How do we chime in? I don't have a buzzer. Like,
Yeah.
You're just going to give me your
Oh,
answer,
okay.
A
Oh,
or
I
B,
see,
at the end,
Got it.
based on what your opinion is. We've not gotten advanced with buzzers yet.
Nope.
So.
We're not there.
Okay.
It's not in the budget.
First question. I'm going to give you, like I said, 2 headlines, and you choose which one you think is real. It's going to be A or B. So headline A for question number 1. A park ranger / security officer has had a puck wedgie encounter near the woods at the park swimming pool. Headline B is Puck wedgie stole my baby, a tale from Idaho.
Oh, it's B for sure.
Oh, okay. You didn't even need to think about it.
No,
huh?
I don't even need. It's B. Come on.
He's probably right, but because that's like an Inquirer or whatever that magazine it was.
World
not
News.
Inquirer, you know what I'm talking about. No, the
Yeah.
one that people say is fake.
No, wait,
it's-
listen. That's the hot sheets, according to the Men in Black. It's the hot sheets.
those are-
Yeah,
Supermarket tabloids.
I'm gonna go with the first one, but Chad's probably right.
Okay.
Here we go.
The correct answer is A. The park ranger that had a puck wedgie encounter at the park swimming pool.
Damn, that's a long
Yes.
title. That's a long headline. That's what I was getting at. I was like, God, that's a long headline. That's not right.
It was posted in 2017, and it happened at Mounds State Park in Indiana, where an interview with a park ranger named Jim Campbell saying that he had a encounter near the woods at the park swimming pool where he saw a puck wedgie.
I wonder how that blew over.
He said he
I
could
was
see.
down there at the swim pool. There he was.
Actually, I've got the
Wedgie
audio
down.
in the video.
No shit. Play
Yeah, I
it.
do.
Play it.
Okay. I
if
have.
you- if we can, I don't know if we can hear the audio.
You probably won't be able to.
That's okay. Forget it.
Yeah,
I don't know how to.
I mean we
edit
know
this.
it's out there, so
So he says, no, yeah, I've got the proof. You can search it if you want to, puck wedgie sightings, and then look through the news and video. But so basically, he says that he saw the little bow and arrow, he saw the porcupine spikes, and he saw the troll
Fuck me. It's a
in
real
the
thing.
weeds. Yeah. So
I love it. I
1
love it.
point to Jeremy, and our
Ding, ding, ding.
keeper of cryptids.
Ding ding, school's in.
Okay. Question number 2. The first headline reads, 6 gunslingers shoot Thunderbird right out of the sky. The second headline reads, Thunderbird grabbing my livestock.
I'm going with B this time.
God damn. I'm gonna go with A this time, just because.
I mean, you guys
the
can both
opposite.
agree.
The
It
opposite.
doesn't matter.
No. I'm gonna go with A just to see what. I'm just gonna go with A. But I feel like, wait, now hold on. I feel like there would be a corpse to recover. You moist, making, eating son of a bitch.
No, listen,
Like
I
there'd
told
be-
you, I'm eating this motherfucker. Continue talking.
I feel like there would be some kind of body recovered, right? If they shot it down from the sky. I'm gonna go with B as well. I'm gonna play it smart. I'm gonna let you finish chewing, and then I'm gonna go with B.
Are these answers locked in?
Yes. Yeah. Real quick, before we go on, I just wanted to... Jeremy, can I see your shirt? Why does he
They're
have
real.
hair? Why does
Dennis
he have
Rodman.
hair?
That's
Oh,
Dennis
God.
Rodman
Okay.
as
Yeah.
an alien.
See, like,
Okay.
you got the basketball anyway.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Okay.
So, question 2. The 2 headlines were 6 gunslingers shoot Thunderbird right out of the sky, and the other one was Thunderbird grabbing the livestock. And both of our competitors have chose B as their answer. The correct answer is 6 gunslingers shoot
God
Thunderbird
damn
right
it.
out of the sky.
God damn it!
And boys, it happened in Tombstone.
What the fuck?
I was about to say
Okay.
that's probably a Western thing. Yeah.
And Chad's like, well, this can't be the case because they'd have to have proof, right?
There's photos, some bullshit photos flopping around. Nah. Bro, come the fuck
Whoa.
on. That ain't real. That's
So,
some horse shit.
Whenever I
right
started
there.
diving deeper into the Thunderbird, I started noticing
a
that a
pterodactyl.
lot of people are seeing pterodactyl sightings in the same areas. And so, the Thunderbird, in my opinion, if real, is a pterodactyl. It has like a 15 to 20 foot wingspan. They're huge. You would hear the... And if you believe in Nessie being alive, then who's to say that the pterodactyl would not be something to be alive? Now, this photo is supposedly real, but the physical photo was lost. The same
course it
as
was.
there's another photo of a Thunderbird that was caught, and I will show you guys that later. And it also, the physical photo is gone as well. Now, the interesting thing about this one specifically is that this was posted in the newspaper in Tombstone. So, April 26th, 1890, the Tombstone Epitaph published an incredible article about 6 gunslingers shooting the Tombstone Thunderbird right out of the sky, followed by this photo. Now, this photo was not in the paper. This was a photo that they had took, but they couldn't print photos in the papers at that point in time in Tombstone. They didn't have the technology. The historian took that completely out of being an option. Said that the photo wouldn't have been in the newspaper, but the story definitely was. And so it was a 30-second shootout with the Thunderbird flying over Tombstone.
He's shooting back. Get down. 30 seconds to kill that thing. Okay.
Yeah, but it
well,
was
I mean,
6 dudes, and they probably had rifles, pistols.
a little bit of
Yeah.
Doc Holliday in the
Yeah.
tower.
I was gonna say, yeah, they
Jim being in
seen
them,
that
you know.
bird and it's coming at him, and he said, "You're a daisy if you do."
oh shit. Well,
Oh man, I love that movie.
I don't know. I guess fucking pterodactyls, people. Whatever.
See, now I would have been opposite of those dudes. I would have seen that thing and they'd been like, "Shoot it!" I'd be like, "Fuck you! I'm out of here!" and took off running. Man, that thing looks scary.
Yeah.
If it's real.
It's not. Just telling you right
No,
now.
I'm saying
know.
if the Thunderbird is
Come
real.
on.
If the Thunderbird is real, then the pterodactyl is the most logical thing that you could think
That
of.
would be the
Yeah.
most logical explanation.
The only other explanation that's been thrown out, because you're still having sightings to this day, the only other explanation is a golden bald eagle, but its wingspans don't get that big, because all the reports are from 10 to 20 feet wingspans, which is huge. It's
Oh yeah.
friggin'
See,
enormous.
now that you mentioned it, when you asked me earlier about the description, I did hear that they had feathers, and that thing didn't. So
I'm
knows?
just throwing out the fact that...
oh yeah, that's logical.
No, not even just logical. Whenever I was looking into the sightings and places of sightings, other news articles would pop up right behind it that were more recent of pterodactyl sightings in the same areas. Modern day
Glad I live here.
pterodactyls.
They're coming
Okay.
for you, Dooley.
Yeah,
They're here.
yeah. They're Tombstone, baby. You better watch out.
That's like another 3 hours away, so I should be okay.
I don't know.
They fly.
They
so-
can move. My God,
move fast,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
you got wings like that. It probably doesn't take much.
Let
so
me,
you
let me debunk something. Here,
okay?
too.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
People, you just want to eat your goddamn moist maker. I know what you're So, if you've been in Arizona, then I'll tell you right now, we don't have a lot of mountains. We do have mountains, like we have the Superstition Mountains and all that stuff. But It's a lot of flat land too, and there's a lot of blue skies.
What better place for it to fucking stay, Dooley? is the
Can you
Superstition
imagine?
Mountain.
Can you fucking imagine if it's up there right now in the Superstition Mountains, and that's why all those people go missing is because they invade its nest. And they're going in there getting their fucking heads bit off.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cases about the pterodactyl, Thunderbird, trying to kill people.
I'm just saying, people go missing up there all the time, and why not? Why not? I kind of want to go up there, just so I can get out of work.
You should. We need a field report from the Superstition Mountains.
Oh, you're not getting anything. I'm not coming back.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No.
Okay.
It's, yeah.
So, we've got 2 questions left, and nobody got the answer on that one, so it's still 1-0.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're in the lead.
Jerem in the lead on this quest to being the Keeper of
Take it.
Cryptids here for the Halloween 365 show. And question number 3, are you guys ready for this?
Hit me.
Question 3, first headline is Cats have gone missing. Puckwudgie is to blame.
No. Okay.
You think that one's funny? Listen to your second option. The Puckwudgie is tapping at my window and it won't stop.
I'm gonna let Jeremy answer first on this one.
I'm going with the first one.
You tell me what tell me which answer you want and tell me why.
I'm going with the first one because they said they're little trolls anyway, so like that would be like a perfect snack for little trolls. So it's just like
Little cats.
it's like when Beetlejuice
It's like-
lures in the fly
It's
in the
It's
cemetery.
like,
Remember, he gets that Zagnut and he's like, "Hey, I got something for lunch." So they're luring in the cats and eating them, and then he eats the fly. Never mind, I ain't.
it reminds me of Cat's Eye, right?
Mhm.
You know, like the little troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
See,
I'm gonna say the Puckwudgie's tapping on my window because I just like it. Just sounds funny to me. It's probably wrong, but it's hilarious.
Okay, so Jeremy's locked in for cats have gone missing. Puckwudgie is to blame. And Chad is going for the Puckwudgie is tapping at my window and it will not stop. And the correct answer is the Puckwudgie is tapping at my window.
It's tapping. A little rat tap tappy.
Yes, that is correct. The Puckwudgie has been reported to be tapping at a woman's window. As a matter of fact, it is one of the most renowned Puckwudgie sightings in modern history. It happened in Freetown Fall River State Forest. Now, real quick tidbit is that the Freetown Fall,
What state is that?
Pennsylvania. So Freetown is where all of the modern day recent Puckwudgie sightings have been.
Okay.
Now, there have been some in Texas. There have even been Puckwudgie sightings in Europe. Few and far between. More so in Texas and in Pennsylvania at this point than anything. But in Freetown, they actually have road signs. And I'm going to show you guys real quick here.
A
I have road
Puckwudgie crossing?
Yes,
It's like, beware these
you are
porcupine
correct.
bastards.
This was put in by the police. The police added it, yep.
The fact that they added a bow and arrow with it, too. Like, this little sumbitch is armed and dangerous.
There he is. Troll, his face and all. And just to give you an idea, if you've seen our thumbnail, that's
Yeah.
the Puckwudgie that we're working with here. Bow and arrow that are supposed to have poison tips, and they do some magic. And yeah, I just thought that them having the sign was kind of neat. I'm going to tell you one thing. If I lived there, I would have already stole the sign. Just because it's super cool. But, yes, as I said, the tapping on the window is the most renowned story of the Puckwudgie in modern times. A local woman was walking along one of the paths in the forest of the Freetown State Forest with her dog. And suddenly the dog began running off the trail, and when the owner finally caught up with her pet, she saw a strange creature standing in front of her. The creature did not make any advances forward. It stood cautiously. It didn't move toward the woman or the dog. But soon, the dog started to walk backwards while it was hunkered down, and then the owner backed up too, and they returned to the trail. No big deal. She saw something weird. Nobody's going to believe her. I'm going to go home and not talk about it. Well, the following nights became a nightmare when the woman reported that the creature had been tapping at her window for several weeks. Late into the night, she would hear tapping and see it outside of her window with its long fingernails tapping on the window, trying to get in. Her description of the appearance of the encountered creature coincides with commonly known portrayal of the mythical being called Puck Wedgie. The numerous encounters in this area prove that some people believe that it is real. The creature did stop tapping at the woman's window, but not after giving her 3 weeks of terror and sleepless nights.
That's scary.
It's a little creepy. It is creepy. It's some Salem's Lot shit going on there. You know?
So,
Tap, tap, tap.
he was tapping at the window, which means that we have a tie. We're tapping at the window right here. We've got a tie. And we've got one question left.
Tiebreaker. Here we go.
Now, I've thrown a curveball. I'm not going to tell you if it is or is not. But
Okay.
there is a possibility that both stories are real.
Oh, shit.
So how are we supposed to get a point for that?
You can only... you can only... I don't know, actually.
You didn't think that one through.
Oh, then we know the answer.
No. Sorry. No, there's 3 options. I don't know why I spaced on that. There's 3 options, and 2 of them are correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. So, option A. Thunderbird crashed our barbecue. Option B. A flock of thunderbirds stole our son.
Oh, Jesus. See?
That's some
See?
serious.
Option C. Flock of thunderbirds are plotting to take over the national forest.
Now, in this scenario,
This can be from any era.
are the Thunderbirds a gang, a motorcycle gang?
They're a flock. They're a flock. And apparently, according to the Native Americans, they were intelligent. So, keep that in mind. And these are headlines. So, take them with a grain of salt.
I've got my pick.
If you'd like me to repeat
got
them, I
mine.
will repeat them again.
I've got
Can
mine.
you repeat the second one?
I'll repeat. So, I'll go over them one more time. A was the Thunderbird crashed my barbecue. B is a flock of thunderbirds stole our son. And C is a flock of thunderbirds are plotting to take over the national forest.
I'm going to go with
2 of these are right.
Oh, I'm going to go with the first one, the barbecue one, and taking over the national forest.
Okay.
I'm going with the first and the second. Because I believe you said they can come from any time period, and I think
Any time period, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Anytime period. Okay.
Okay. So, our 2 correct headlines are, and the Keeper of the Cryptids first crowned on the Halloween 365 podcast. The winner is Jeremy because the first 2 answers are right. Thunderbird
Look at that.
did crash my barbecue, and a flock of thunderbirds did steal our son.
And I'll tell you what made me go with him. Because the first one sounds like a headline, if there was one. I was like, okay, even if it's wacky. And the second one, I just think, because if this is a pterodactyl-like thing, I could see that Jeepers Creepers shit happening. Boop, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Some dad runs out with a gun. He's just watching his son get taken away.
That's
so
what-
wait,
Yeah,
is
go
there
ahead, sorry.
is there a full article about this kid being abducted?
Yeah, well, not a full article, but definitely snippet. So
like a tap, like a little, yeah.
Yeah, so it was in 1977 in Lawndale, Illinois, where the first reported Thunderbird attack happened. It was a reported Thunderbird attack by two unidentified birds on a young boy. The attack occurred on July 25th of 1977. 10-year-old Marlon Lowe was playing outside when suddenly two huge birds with wingspans of up to 15... Two huge birds with wingspans up to 15 feet was how wide the wings were reported.
Damn.
Come down and suddenly started attacking him. Which one of the birds picked him up and carried him 30 feet before dropping him to the ground, where his mother ran up and grabbed him and ran back into the house. Reportedly, there were several eyewitnesses that had seen this attack take place. The birds were described as having a white ring around their necks, 4.5 foot tall with 15-foot wings, and a 6-inch hooked bill with a pointy skull. Which
Does it say anything about feathers?
It says 3 front claws, 1 back claw, and a large black body.
It just sounds like a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
It's kind of what made me start being like, it does sound like a pterodactyl.
Maybe this thing does exist out there. Maybe it's swooping people up off the streets.
So there was this one, which was the barbecue. There were 4 people having a barbecue in Route 119 in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, which there's a lot of Thunderbird sightings actually in Pennsylvania, especially in this area.
That's where we go, boys.
Yeah, I've got a little tidbit for that to throw in here at the end. But on Route 119, just down the road from where the 2001 sighting of the Thunderbird, because there was also one in 2001, had taken place, 4 people were barbecuing and heard a loud swishing coming from overhead. And watched
it was Michael Jordan. I'm just
swish, swish. As they heard the sound, a huge shadow was cast over them and the entire barbecue, where a bird that appeared to have a massive wingspan of up to 20 feet flew just 40 feet above them and then shot up into the sky. From their judgment, the eyewitnesses say that it flew as high as 800 to 1,000 feet in the air. That's like a fucking plane.
Yeah.
Maybe that's wow. With all this air travel, though, you would think we would have seen one of these.
Yeah. So there have been reports of puckwudgies and Thunderbirds. Just about everywhere, and there are still ongoing reports. Congratulations, Jeremy, on being our Keeper of Cryptids here on the H365 show, baby. Yeah. Until next time.
I'm lost.
Yeah. Maybe next time. Maybe I'll be able to take that crown from you.
It's not happening.
Before we start wrapping this up, which I'm still eating on this. Before we start wrapping this up,
the Moist Maker will never die.
No,
it's
something else that I ran across while I was looking into some of these old stories, and I saw the Tombstone Thunderbird in the picture that Chad was like, horse shit.
Yeah, I'm still saying horse shit on that one. I'm sorry.
I found another. And there's some photos that have circulated around the internet of the Texas pterodactyl, which has also been called the Thunderbird. And there's an old photo. And I'm going to show you right now.
You need some water?
Yeah. Sorry.
You were struggling there for a minute, man. I thought you were going to die. It's like giving somebody 2 Popeyes biscuit with no drink.
There you go, right here.
Okay. It's a little blurry, but...
Late
so
1800s.
Shot it down, huh?
Mm-hmm. Shot it down. There is also a report in another photo that you can find of a man that claimed to have killed a Thunderbird, and they nailed it to the barn You can find that just by a simple Google search.
I've seen that one.
Here's this one. This is the one that was on our thumbnail, and this was also a supposed real photo, quote unquote, of, but they're calling them pterodactyls. But it's just, and here's another one. But it's just kind of funny. Oh, this one is probably the most credible. Is this specific guy that's talking about the Texas pterodactyls states that this is one of only 2 photos that intrigued him. This guy's a cryptid guy, does a cryptid blog. That this is a rancher allegedly showing off in the 1950s holding a small, what looks to be like pterodactyl-like creature. And this is in the 50s. This isn't like 1800s.
Yeah, that's a lot more
look at
recent.
it's like lattice on the side of his house. You know, it looks like there's probably a ball field over here with the neighborhood kids. But this is a tiny pterodactyl, and it doesn't look like a Halloween prop. Here is the old photo of the pterodactyl, or excuse me, thunderbird that was caught, and they pinned it to the side of the barn after they caught it. This physical photo is supposed to have gotten burnt up in a house fire.
Of course it did.
But this is the photo that was taken.
So once again, like I mentioned earlier, taking the little boy, now it's nailed to a barn. You think the dude that made Jeepers Creepers just
Very possible
make it
that
a man like pterodactyl?
Maybe.
I mean, he could have went through a bunch of different headlines, you know?
Yeah, why not?
Because a lot of people thought the Pukwudgie was just creepypasta lore. Because it cracked up on there, and you'll find Pukwudgie all over creepypasta, but it was an actual thing that this tribe that helped celebrate the first Thanksgiving feared. And the reason that all of these things are staying in Pennsylvania is because of the Hockomock Swamp in the heart of the creepiest place in Massachusetts, which, Chad, you might know what I'm talking about. It's the Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts. Roughly 200 square mile section of southeastern Massachusetts near Abington, Massachusetts, yeah, and Freetown, Pennsylvania. So that's where the Pukwudgies are sighted. Mm-hmm. But not just the Pukwudgie and Thunderbird have been spotted here. There have been at least 100 years of reports of strange things, from UFOs to geological mysteries, to Thunderbirds, to Bigfoot, to Pukwudgies. And even some reports by old English settlers that would write in their diaries of seeing things in this triangle, in this swamp.
How long is it that we admit maybe these things aren't of this world? Like, they're coming through something, right?
It's the dimensions, man. They're opening up and they're coming.
I'm not even kidding about that. Like, maybe that's what it is.
Either that, or we've just got a bunch of old-ass dinosaurs that are just...
But, I mean, think about that, though. You know, I watch things about, you know, the extinction of the dinosaurs and how it was absolutely almost... It was... The possibilities of them surviving anything, for that fact of the matter, astronomically low. You know? Like, when that asteroid hit...
But after the asteroid hit, wasn't there a period where there were giant versions of animals on the Earth, or was that before the asteroid? No, that was after the asteroid, right?
There's like that's like a little bit after. I don't know,
like the gigantic
era.
Sloths.
Yeah,
sloths
that's after.
That's
like
after.
That.
Yeah. Big koalas and shit like that. So
I don't
who's
know.
to say that one of those giant species didn't survive?
Maybe.
And
maybe.
the Nessie thing is a completely different thing, because I feel like you got a better chance being underwater and surviving. I mean, look at the fucking crocodile and alligator.
No, that's different. That there's like an actual explanation and a bubble protecting the theory a little bit. So
maybe you're right, though. Maybe they're getting teleported here. Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe they're coming through a dimension or wormhole or
wormholes, man. It's fucking wormholes.
It's coming. Leave me alone. He doesn't believe in it. Don't you know what happens on Halloween? Yeah, we get candy.
Well, It's been a great show. I don't know why I was waiting on that.
All right, you got a little bit of a pause there.
Look at that moist maker. It
Why don't
never
you tell
ends.
everybody what we're about while I'm eating this moist
Well,
maker.
I'll tell you what we're all about. I don't have any Halloween news for anybody out there today. There's not a lot going on. You know, we just came off of Halloween.
Smiles out on DVD.
I was about to say,
now. It's also streaming on Peacock, I believe. Or I'm sorry,
Yes.
Paramount Plus.
I think it's Peacock. And you know what, guys? That's what I was trying to bring to the table today. I completely forgot. Just real quick, everybody. I haven't been scared of a movie in like over 10 years, and this movie scared the hell out of me. Go watch it, including YouTube. It was free.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a shot. I started watching it Wednesday. For those who don't know, Wednesday is now streaming on Netflix. I'm only a handful of episodes in, but I gotta hand it to them. It's not bad. If you can put up with a little bit of the teen novel, adult, young adult stuff, you'll be okay. It's not awful. Man, that moist maker never ends. I feel like he's finished it off 3 times now.
I just finished it. It's done.
Nice. Bravo. All right. So if you want to check out Halloween 365 podcast, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. That's Spotify. We're not on Apple. We're not on Apple yet, but we're going to get there, people. We're getting
Not on Apple. If you want to see some video, Spotify's got our video.
Spotify
And
does.
YouTube has our video.
YouTube does as well. I'm hoping to get this one up on YouTube ASAP. And, yeah.
If you want to interact with us, our Instagram is the best possible way. We also have TikTok that we post on there as well, but Instagram is probably going to be our most noticeable way to interact with the guys. From the podcast, we've got a few different changes coming up. We've debated on taking a break for the holiday season, but we don't know. We're going to leave you on a cliffhanger like a good horror movie.
that's
We're
a
going
big
to leave you
old
on the edge of your seat. We might be back next week and we might not. Who knows?
That's right. We'll be right back. Well, remember everybody, keep your eyes on the skies for those thunderbirds out there. And keep it spooky.